Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me and checking this out. Hope you are having a fantastic day. If you can't quite hear it, I'm trying really hard not to laugh because this this is kind of funny. We're going to have a little fun with this. So, as you can see on your screen, it says video unavailable. This video is private. So, the other day, and you may have seen it elsewhere because I know a lot of people attack this, and personally, I thought they were off. You see a lot of people giving credit to Elle Duncan because she said some things pushing back against Sheryl Swoopes' comments on that podcast about how the Indiana Fever would make the playoffs without Caitlin Clark, and Angel Reese is more important and all that nonsense. And people were like, "Oh, someone at ESPN pushing back on Sheryl Swoopes. Oh my goodness, this is." But if you watch the whole thing, yes, she did kind of say, "Oh, I think Cheryl made a mistake in talking about the Fever not making the playoffs without Caitlin." But other than that, she was very complimentary of Cheryl Swoopes for everything else. And as you know, if you've been watching this channel and including the video I just did recently, really not any reason to be that nice. So, what are we looking at here? I was going to do a video. I finally got around. I saw everyone else was taking that tack that, like, look, someone at ESPN pushing back on Cheryl. And I was like, no, not really. So I wanted to do a video on that. So I went to the video. This is the video. So why? 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 It was on ESPN's official YouTube channel. Well, see, it turns out that very, very, very tiny bit of pushback that ESPN gave, because we know what kind of channel and company ESPN is now, and it's not sports. That very little bit of pushback that Elle Duncan gave and saying, Cheryl, I think the Fever would make the playoffs, would not make the playoffs without Caitlin Clark, and everything else she said was complimentary. That got massive pushback, and Elle Duncan has apologized for being misinformed and going after Sheryl Swoopes the way she did. And as you can see, the video of her podcast on ESPN's official YouTube channel is not there. It's unavailable because they took it private. So let's go check out Elle Duncan's Twitter. I did the thing you aren't supposed to do. I reacted to Sheryl Swoopes' comments about Caitlin Clark based on quotes pulled for me by producers in the rundown. I should have listened to the show. The same thing I implored CC fans to do when they were attacking me a couple of months back for hating on her. I hate that I've sent more vitriol her direction. She's talking about Swoops. She hates that she sent more vitriol her direction to Sheryl Swoops, one of the most vitriolic haters around, who got fired from Loyola for her treatment of players. And I'm taking this big L. I've texted Cheryl the same thing. I will do better. I am sorry. Is this not like the classic brainwashing cultist nonsense you've ever seen? I mean, this is ridiculous. Her criticism of Cheryl was basically, well, Cheryl, I think you might be off there. I don't think the Fever would go to the playoffs without Caitlin Clark. And this is someone wrote this for and said, "Elle, you have to do this. We are as one. We are the cult. And we cannot have this." It's all good. The apology isn't for them, it's for Cheryl. She's the only one I need to get right with. The rest is par for the Twitter course. Why do you have to get right with Cheryl? First of all, you had a legitimate difference of opinion, and have you again paid attention to the things Cheryl has said? And then this is a great point here. This is so infuriating. It was refreshing to finally see someone call her out for being a hater and her gross agenda. To walk it back a day later is just spineless. I don't know why I'm surprised, though. Spineless is standing on an opinion that was uninformed when faced with the facts. I should have listened to the show. I will say she should have listened to the show, but to walk back what she said and throw herself on her sword metaphorically, and feel that she has to get right with Sheryl. Sheryl, who lied over and over and over again, repeatedly on the most basic of facts about Caitlin Clark's college career and tried to tear her down as if what she was doing was not an achievement. And that's who you're apologizing to. That is disgusting. Elle Duncan, zero respect for you. Zero. This is disgusting. I knew this was going to come because you all are in agendas and can't stick to it for a day without getting a call from these envy and jealous legends of the game. This is why we tend to like individual coverage than mainstream media like you. Go say you're sorry for the truth. FO. No, I actually listened to the podcast instead of looking at quotes, and there was a ton of context missing from my assessment. So I apologize because your sorry should be as loud as your opinion if you're wrong. Your sorry should be as loud as opinion if you want to keep your job at ESPN. That's what that's about. Don't walk it back. It's not a walk back. It is a walk back. It absolutely is a walk back. No mention of everything else Sheryl has done. Why do you have to get right with Sheryl Swoopes because you were slightly critical of an opinion that she had? Again, lied about everything about Caitlin Clark's Iowa career, lied about her setting the record, the amount of time it took it, the number of shots she took, her age, and on and on and on. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, and then of course people sucking up. Yeah, it's not a flex, not a flex at all. I would be embarrassed personally. I would be embarrassed, one, for having Sheryl Swoopes' number, two, for putting it out to the world that I'm apologizing to her for no reason. Yeah, I mean, Sheryl even suggesting the Fever could possibly make the playoffs without Caitlin Clark is just ludicrous. You shouldn't be apologizing for anything. You were spot on, Elle. Well, Elle wants to keep her job. So, I mean, I guess I kind of respect that. Elle, the lies trying to discredit the record, calling Caitlin a bully this latest podcast, saying they're as good a team without her. It does feel like hate. How you walk this back is embarrassing. I'm afraid to. I haven't scrolled down this far, so I'm afraid to keep looking and see what might pop up. But no backbone, y'all. Really a cult over there. I don't know why WNBA media doesn't stand on their opinions when it comes to defending Cece or the insane one or the other when it comes to Cece and Angel. It's media. You call out other bad opinions. It's not assassinating someone's character. It's literally just a different opinion. That's a very good balanced take. I, I gotta say, I'm not even sure where this person is. I guess it's trying to be a balanced take too, saying you did the right thing. But we all have listened to that podcast where she said those things. I'm sorry they're making you retract your statement, but I have Sheryl Swoopes' podcast and she clearly said it. What a coward, spineless, apologizing for actually being honest. Guess she'll go back to lying now. And in her apology for being honest, she takes a shot at random CC fans. Yeah, of course she does. Of course she does. Yeah, way to take responsibility. And again, what's so funny to prove the point, I actually came on here, all those people that were taking the side of Elle Duncan and like, wow, she actually went after Sheryl Swoopes. I came to this video to say, no, she really didn't. It was very minor, and she said a lot of good things about Sheryl, and it was almost like she was afraid to be critical at all, and she was like, oh, but Sheryl, I just can't quite. I can't quite agree that the Fever would make the playoffs without Caitlin Clark, which Sheryl Swoopes said. Oh my goodness. So and then so that's what's really crazy. And yet I couldn't do it because Elle Duncan walked back that little tiny bit of difference of opinion to the point where ESPN no longer has the video available, and she goes and makes this like cult like apology on her Twitter. And here you go, right? This, what precisely did you say that was wrong that you're apologizing for? Does anybody know? I don't even know whether I gotta admit, as sarcastic as a human as I am, I don't know if this person is being sarcastic or not. Pathetic. Just keep Swoopes' name out of your mouth. Are they mocking Elle and Swoopes by using that? Or are they mocking, or are they defending Swoopes? Wow. Anyway, and again, why are you apologizing? You did nothing wrong. Swoopes is the one out of pocket. Sell out. Anyway, on and on. But I'm going to leave it there for now. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I don't know if you got a chance to check out the rest of what she said, other than what some people are putting out there to say, look, she went after Sheryl. Very, very minor. When you took the whole thing, she didn't really go after Sheryl. In fact, and I don't know his name, the gentleman she was talking to was much more critical of Sheryl Swoopes than Elle Duncan was. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.